Hello friends, welcome to Salesforce CRM Analytics video session 226. So basically in today's video, we will just write that code which we left previously, and also we will understand about the filtering on how to do the filtering on the relative dates. Okay, we understood about the absolute dates. We will understand about how to do it on relative dates. Okay. So anyways, we were actually had to write this code. Fine. So we will complete that. So this is the one. So let me write over here q equal to the next one will be q equal to filter, which is fine. Then comes q equal to group q by all. Then comes q equal to for each q generate count of q as a q equal to let q. Okay, and I will let filter q equal to filter q by yeah, create. That's will be filter q by dating. Then we have to of course go for the date range. Okay, so this is the function date range, and here we have to put in square bracket comma square bracket, and here we have to mention that range. So it is 2024 comma 08 comma 18, and here we are going to mention a future date. So 9999 comma 01 comma 01. So I think that's it. Q equal to row recipe account, q equal to filter q by date. Okay, every spelling is right. Okay, that date range is incorrect spelling. Date range, fine. And q equal to group q by all, q equal to for each q generate count of q as a q equal to limit q 2000. That's it. So here I will just open this data set once again. We'll go to directly SAQL mode, and I will just paste it over here. Okay, and run the query. So as you can see, I think this is matching. I mean, there will be number of records will be as it is, which is fine. But the thing is that this formula is matching. If you see, right, 18.8. Yeah, this is matching completely. Okay, so that's the thing. So now let's try to check further things on the relative part. So till now we covered the absolute. Now you have on other things like it's not, less than, and practice simultaneously. But I think we have practiced enough for the absolute. Okay, the less than or equal to will be like basically I think at like the some we can check the less than also. So let's say I go for less than 10 for 2025. Okay, so less than or equal to also let's see it once. Fine. So on or before this one. So let me write. Okay, sorry, 1 minute. Huh? So here let me write. I think we can write the way it is in on or before 10 for 2025. Okay. So that's the thing, on or before 10 for 2025. And now let's see how it is written over here. Okay. So as you can see, date in now here you just mentioned the starting range as something like 0. So you mentioned the future date as 9999 comma 1 comma 1. Here you mentioned 0 comma 1 comma 1. Okay. You don't know from where it's starting, so we are assuming starting from 0 1 1. Okay. That's the time. And you're mentioning the range. Okay, that's how it is, nothing else. Okay. So this one also just for practice you can write it. Fine. So maybe I can also do it very quickly. So let me just copy this particular thing, and here let me write. See, it's better, you write all the time. I know you can copy it. For me also, it's easier just to copy it and make that change. But the reason I'm writing is so that, it each of the code gets mapped into your brain automatically. Fine. and when it comes to the interview, you don't face any issue as well. Okay, so that's the way to go about it. Fine. So I will encourage all of you to practice the way I'm doing, like write each line, write each of the code line by line. Okay, going on. The more you write in this manner, the more easier it will become for you to learn SQL. It's the basic thing, I know, but trust me, as you go further and learn the advanced, it will become very easier for you as well. Okay. Of course, the AI tools are always there, but in this way, it will help you for interview purpose as well. We go to for each queue, generate count of queue as a queue equal to limit. So I'm loading this data set over here. That is fine. Queue equal to filter queue by date. I will write it over here. Okay. In date range, and here I will just write that thing. The date range is the function, and we have to mention the array part. Okay. So here it will be 0, comma 0, comma 1. Sorry, 0, comma 1, comma 1. And here it will be, you mentioned this range. So it is 2025, comma 04, comma 10. So I think that's it. Q equal to load recipe account, Q equal to filter Q by date. I've mentioned it properly, all the spellings and all in date range. And you have mentioned that 0, comma 1, comma, and this one as well. Okay. Q equal to group Q by Q equal to group Q by all for each you generate count of, and that's it. Fine. So let me just copy this whole thing. Sorry, why I'm pressing this control. Let me just copy this, not cut it. So here I will go for this one, and I will quickly move to query mode. And here I will just install this thing, and let's see. So as you can see, it's 011. I think that's the way it's written. Okay. So this is also working perfectly fine. Cool. Now let's move ahead. Now let's try to understand this relative portion. Okay. So here I will go for relative, and let's take one of the example. Let's say I take the relative, and I will, sorry, I will take the calendar year. Here, basically, it's from the start of current year till today. Okay. So instead of today, let's say I go for something like 2 years ago. From the start of 2 years ago to end of today, if that is the way we want to see, then how we can see it. Okay. So here I will click on update. So 2 years ago to today, and let me write this over here as well. Okay. Filter for created date. From 2 years ago to today. Okay, that's how it is. 2 years ago to today. That's how it's written, and that's what I've written as well. And here, if I go to the SQL mode, so we will see how this relative works around. So as you can see here, it's just 2 years ago dot dot current day. That's something we also practiced earlier as well. So in this way, you can write 2 years ago till current day. Okay, so that's the thing. Fine. So yeah, this one we can very quickly jot it down as well, not an issue. So here, I think something we practiced earlier, but yeah, we can just write it one more time. So Q equal to load, okay, Q equal to filter Q, and Q equal to Q by all, Q equal to, for each Q generate count of Q as a, and Q equal to limit Q. Okay, and here of course I will map this particular data set name. That is fine. Q equal to filter Q by date. Let me write that format in the date range. Sorry, not date range right now. So basically, it's 2 years ago. So I'm going for relative right now, right? But 2 years ago, dot dot current day. Okay. Period underscore year. Period underscore month. Period underscore day. Okay. Now let's copy. Let me check Q equal to load this. Q equal to filter Q by. I have not written by over here. Q equal to filter Q by date. This much. I think the spelling error is correct in 2 years ago till current date. Okay. Q equal to Q. Yeah, that's it. And now I will just copy it and paste it and check it whether it's working fine or not. Yeah, so it's 2 years ago till current date, and yeah, that's what is written over here as well. Okay, so that's perfectly fine. And similarly, there's other things as well. We can quickly cross check like how these things works out. So here, if I go to this filter condition, here if you see, so for example, if I go for let's say week, okay, so I'm going for let's say 3 weeks ago. I'm going for calendar year. Here, let's say I go for yeah 3 weeks ahead, or let's say 4 weeks ahead, something like that. So I'm going for from the start of 3 weeks ago to 4 weeks ahead. So how this will look like? So if I click on update, and if you go to the SQL mode, you see it's written just 3 weeks ago and 4 weeks ahead. So it's just that if you are finding something behind, it's written ago, and if something is ahead, you just write this keyword ahead. Okay, that's it, nothing else. Fine. So that's how it works out. And let's see a few more. So for example, I want to go for day. Okay. Okay. Now let's say if I go for here, like 5 days ahead from today. Okay. So from today till 5 days ahead, how that will show up. Fine. So we will check that part as well. So here, if I go to SQL, so as you can see, it's written current date till 5 days. So as you must have seen, like whenever it's the previous date, you just have to write that keyword ago. And whenever you are going ahead, you have to just write that keyword ahead. Okay, that's it. And that is something we have seen as well. And when it is today, you have to just write current day when it comes to relative. Okay? So that is about this one. Uh, and yeah, nothing else to cover for this date. I think that's how this filtering of date is done. Okay, like if I go back right now, so I think all time. What happens if I give all time? Okay, let's see what happens if I give all time. Oh no, that is not happening. Mm, that is strange. Okay, if I select all time, uh, so currently on this, but all time, what is happening? I'm not getting that part. Okay, so for all time, automatically it maps something like this. Like the first record when it gets created till the time when the last record was there, automatically it maps that. Okay. But yeah, other than that, I think we have covered most of the things. The fiscal part we can cover a bit later, like what is that fiscal about. I need to do some proper explanation about the meaning of it and how that fiscal is brought about in Salesforce CRM Analytics. But yeah, other than that, current month to date, previous month to date, okay, everything else is covered actually. Fine. So that is the thing. Now we will actually try to understand few combinations. Okay, in the next video, what I will do is I will take an opportunity data set. So we will quickly create a recipe. We will take an opportunity uh, node, and we will just create a data set of it, and we will actually work upon that. Fine. So I think that will be helpful to refer a few advanced queries as well. But yeah, that way we can continue.